All right, welcome back. We are on our third team now. Today we're going to be rebuilding the Chicago Bulls. So far we're 0 for 2 with the Sixers and the Bucks. I know should be two easy ones, but it is what it is. Like all the way to the Bucks one, I was cheesing it the last 2 years, running a six-man rotation because injuries were off, and I still just couldn't get it done. It is what it is. We did make the finals with the Bucks. We never got out of the conference finals with the Sixers. So improvement. A little rusty with rebuilding. I'm gonna use that as my excuse. This is gonna be a tougher one because this Bulls team, you can go all kinds of different directions with it. Obviously, this core is getting pretty old. DeMar is up there in age. Zach LaVine is right in his prime. And then Vooch is a free agent, but he's 32. Lonzo obviously hasn't played in real life in I guess 2 years now. Really hoping he comes back because I really like his game. I plan on keeping Lonzo around. Plan on keeping P. Will around and watching him develop. And then outside of that, I have no plans for anybody. I'm more than likely going to move DeMar relatively quickly. If it's not this offseason, it's next offseason. And then same thing for Zach LaVine. Vooch, I'm going to try my best to bring back just to trade him. Vooch is not going to be on my team. He's not going to play another game for the Bulls. It's just as simple as that. So, pick-wise, I had to remake the whole save because the one I was using was kind of busted. So the first I think 20 picks are right. First 15 for sure are right. The back half of the draft is not. But I used start today instead of whatever was being used before. So right now the Bulls have 0 picks. Plan on probably changing that. If I can land Victor, I probably will. And Billy Donovan is going to stay for at least this year, and then we'll probably go get a new coach after this year. So we will sim to the draft, and then we're going to try and trade for that number 1 pick if possible. Otherwise, I'll probably trade into the top 3 for sure. Okay. So I know you guys can't see it. Actually, I can probably, let's see if I know how to do this correctly. Look at that. Look at me learning how to use my new technology. DeMar and Lonzo for the number 1 pick isn't terrible. That one's, I don't know how I feel about that one. That one is giving up a lot. But you also get Keldon Johnson. This one, I kind of feel good about. I know I said I wanted to keep Lonzo, but, I mean, to keep Zach LaVine for a different trade and trade Lonzo instead and bring in Keldon Johnson, I'm kind of in for. I can always trade back for Lonzo, so we're going to do that deal. I'm actually going to go see if I can get Lonzo back because, again, I do want to keep him. I'm not going to try very hard if I have to give up anybody crazy to get him back. Even that, I'm not going to do it. It's not that big of a deal. So Lonzo's on the Spurs now. DeMar's back on the Spurs. But we are going to have Victor Wembanyama on the Chicago Bulls. The guy. He is the guy for the Bulls now. 85 overall to start us off. And, I mean, this is the first one I've had Victor. So, I'm happy with it. That's a heck of a start to the rebuild. So now we just have to bring back Vooch and build around Victor. Probably going to trade LaVine here, actually. Just do a full-blown reset. Try and win within 3. We'll see. This one, if we don't win, but Victor's on the path, I'll take it. Andre Drummond accepted his player option. I didn't even know he had one. Derrick Jones accepted his. Same thing, I didn't even know he had one. P. Will, we are definitely going to bring back. Not mad about those for sure. Kobe White, I will give a qualifying offer. And same with Ayo Dosunmu. Both those guys' games I like. And it's worth bringing him back. This is the first team I've had cap space too, which makes things interesting because James Harden is on the table as somebody to go get. Kyrie Irving's on the table as someone to go get. Kyle Kuzma is not that impressive, but you get what I'm saying. We have money. Now, what am I going to do with said money? First, we're going to trade Zach LaVine. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about these trades, though. Okay, so first things first, we're going to bring back Vooch just for trade, and I'm going to try and sign Kyrie. The thinking is if I don't like how the roster's looking, I move on. I can just trade him. It's like a sign and trade, but Chicago gets all the assets, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Anybody wondering why I keep looking over, by the way? I have my laptop here, which I use to record. I need to make sure this thing's not overheating, because I can hear it. So if it gets too loud, I check to make sure it's not gonna blow up. And I'm not exaggerating. So I know I've been looking like crazy like this the last couple videos, but that's what I'm doing. Anyways, Kyrie and Vooch are on the way. That's perfect. Do we even really need anything else? I can probably bring in John Wall's cheap. I'll bring in John Wall. Jose Alvarado for the defense I'll bring in. And then we're looking at another wing, I believe. We probably need to get another wing. I'm just trying to think of contract-wise how that would work. Because of that. Oh my goodness. Who did I sign that made it so? It's probably Vooch. Vooch is going. I don't need Vooch. Vooch is going for a bag of chips if I need to. Keegan Murray. We can just go young and go Keegan Murray. I'm kind of with that. Keegan Murray shows up at like the worst times in these other ones. Go get Lonzo back. I don't want to give up first though. Jordan Poole. We go Jay Poole, Levine, Victor. Kind of with that. I honestly am. Like Kyrie, I was just gonna trade, but like I'm kind of with this lineup. I honestly like Jordan Poole, Levine. Like we just need a better starting power forward. Somehow have cap room, but I'm not gonna use it. You know, it was just a little prank. I'm not gonna get Kyrie. It is what it is. Not too entirely worried about it. I'm gonna get Isaiah Stewart instead to run some power forward minutes for me, and then I'm gonna let the computer fill out the rest of this because I'm liking it so far. All right, looking at player progression here. Levine, 87. He's in his prime, whatever. Jordan Poole goes up 1. Drummond goes up 1. I always forget Andre Drummond is 29 years old. I always think he's like 36. I don't know. That might just be me. I always think he's super old. P. Will goes up 2. Derek Jones goes up 1. Ayo goes up 2. Caruso goes down 2. Baldwin goes up 1. And Carlick Jones goes down 1. So, I don't know. I don't know if we compete with this team right away. I really don't. I don't think we do. I think we're a playoff team for sure. I think this really is like definitely possible in 3. But I just like I think really if I don't want to get him injured, right? But I think if I really just develop these 3, maybe trade Levine if things are looking tough, because we have our own pick, right? Or do we have any picks? We have our own pick. We have the Trailblazers pick. The Blazers should be okay with Scoot and Anthony. Oh, injuries are working again. Perfect. Scoot, Anthony, and Dame. They should be pretty good. Like, that's not a terrible trade though. I'm gonna decline it, but if trades are gonna be like that for Levine, I'll leave him on. If I do anything important, you guys will see. Oh, that is big. Okay, that is decent timing. We can't have Wemby getting hurt long term. That's just not gonna work. But yeah, see you when there's something important. Wemby just got hurt again, like for 4 to 6 weeks. Like injuries are just screwing me. And I don't want to I don't want to be that guy that like re-records everything. Like, this is a good team if it stays healthy. I don't want to turn off injuries. Now that I have that fixed, the Bucks one will be the only one that injuries are off. But like he just cannot like stay healthy, my guy. It should not be this hard. Zach LaVine I think is the only one that hasn't missed any time. Knock on wood that he's gonna get hurt, but like he's already back. Like that's cool and all. When he plays, he's putting up 18 and 9, but like he just can't stay on the floor. All right, so Darius Garland with an MVP, 27-12 and 1 steal. I don't think he got a single block. Victor with the Rookie of the Year, 21 and 11. Those are great numbers. He's up to an 86. Overall, just great season, even if we don't win it this year. He's wearing the D-Rose number 1. I just noticed that. I might need to change that. I'm not even a Bulls fan, but that might need to change, man. That makes me a little upset. Ben Simmons, 6th Man of the Year. DPOY Giannis. DG, Most Improved Player. Cavs went ridiculous. Like, that's just crazy. There's 2 different teams that went 63-19 in the East. I don't think it's going to happen this year. Victor, a 3rd team. So we're on the right path. Dude's going to be a stud. And he's on rookie team. So it was pretty much Victor. We are 4 seed. We're just not going to compete with 63 and 19. We're just not. At least not this year, obviously. Down the road, hopefully we can. Levine with 27 a game. I might need to still trade him just because he's going to regress. He's 29. And when you have a 29-year-old and a 20-year-old, I don't think it's going to line up very well. We had 3 guys over 20, though. Patrick Baldwin played very well. I didn't even know he was getting tick for us. That's actually solid, actually. Oh, he played 10 games. But I'll keep him around, though. If he... I mean, it's a small sample size, but if I can get that from him moving forward, that'll be pretty solid. P. Will, statistically disappointing. I guess, I mean, his role is a little iffy when it comes to 2K. Overall, okay season. Playing the, this would be Mikal Bridges, and then Ben Simmons is off the bench. Doing Nicholas Claxton. Mikal is hurt. I was going to say, I see him, but I don't see him. So this could be an opportunity here to jump all over. It doesn't look like we will. Okay. I don't need to jump to conclusions right away because we are up 2-1. 2 injuries. We're up 3-1. Okay, we win in 5, but we lose 2 starters, which is a pretty big deal. 1 is already back. Jose Alvarado's got to hold it down. He's done a pretty good job this season. Sixers almost pulled off an upset. I mean, it's just the standard Hawks team. We win game 1, win game 2. Okay. Okay, JP's back for game 6, but we are gonna lose game 6. That went better than I thought it would. I didn't think we would be able to compete with them. We took them to 6. They lose to the Cavs. Warriors-Cavs with no LeBron. The Warriors are going to win that in 6. Curry gets another ring post KD. And this is just another, I mean, this year I think we need to go towards competing. We competed very well this year, but I think we need to take another step. The Spurs are going to be crazy. Wow. Okay. So I see we have 16, and I'm sure we have another pick somewhere that I'm missing. What's this draft class looking like? Ooh, a lot of centers, which doesn't help me. I'm not going to trade all the way up to draft at 1. I honestly think this is the move. We have 16 and 22. I mean, he did screw me over on the the Sixers one. So I don't know. I mean, he's 26. We have to give up Isaiah Stewart too, but we also get Kevin Huerter, so we kind of take out 2 positions with 1. Who's our starting shooting guard right now? It is Zach. What am I talking about? Who's our starting point guard? It's Jordan Poole, so we don't really need a point guard. Jalen Brunson, same thing. We don't really need a point guard. Mikal Bridges. Love Mikal. He was terrible for me. Just terrible for me. When I traded for him for the Bucks, but I didn't touch his tendencies. And his shot tendency is so low. If I up his shot tendency, he's 27 though. I mean, it's not really, it's not changing anything. It's just a different person, I guess. All right. Didn't even know I had a wish list. Thanks, Xbox. just barge into the middle of something, but thank you. Appreciate it. We didn't scout this guy very good. Cameron Rodman, Hall of Fame. Wow. I said I wasn't going to, right? Back-to-back #1 picks. Got to replace our coach. Put in like my own rule, I guess, that I'm not gonna go get Jacob Underwood. I would love to get Nick Nurse. Hopefully the Mavs don't block me. He's rejected, and that completely takes him away. All right, Billy Donovan might be coming back. I don't know. I meant to say Michael Stauffer, not Jacob Underwood, by the way. The A+. Everybody that's A+, like everything. I just think that's cheating. I'm not gonna go get him. I'll go get Billy Donovan right back. Not that big of a deal to me to keep him as my coach. He's a solid enough coach to keep him around. So we'll be drafting #1. If this guy sucks, first of all, let me see what I can get for #1. Okay, this scares me a little. I was hoping to get at least one guy in the 90s. I mean, this is make or break for the whole rebuild. Cameron Rodman. What are we looking at? Okay. We got ourselves a guy. Do we go Jordan Poole and this? See if we can work some magic here. Not liking the trade. Ooh. I'm surprised he's an 84 though, to be honest. Yeah, I'll hold on to JP. The rest of my team is pretty much expired. Larry Nance in the 22nd pick. Like, I don't know. I just don't feel like I have a need for this pick. I really don't. Except for all they want to do is just give me picks, which I'm not against. I'm not against, like, getting 2 picks. Is he wearing Lonzo's number 2? No, it's not really Lonzo's number, but Cameron Rodman. Absolute stud. We're going to sign him, and we are going to look at his, like, stuff. Like, I want to see what's his potential looking like here. I would love to actually... B potential kind of scares me. I'm not going to lie. B potential scares me. But he's the point guard of the future, I think. 6'7", no he's not. He's a wing if I've ever seen one. 2-way, 3-level point forward. I'm gonna go get a small shooting guard now. I think that's all I need. These 3 are coming back because I need all 3 of them. Hold on. If I can get Jaylen Brown, like, I'm throwing everything at him. He's like the perfect guy for this. That's got to be enough for Jaylen Brown, right? Okay, we got him. We're overpaying like crazy. That is fine. So I'm getting Jaylen Brown like regardless. P. Will I would love to bring back. Yeah, I figured. Okay, please let me sign Jaylen. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, JB, Cameron Rodman, Keldon Johnson, Wemby. I mean, this team is immaculate. I mean, that's the only... Let's have Freddie coming off the bench. This team's going to be awesome. Okay, the rest of these guys aren't going to play, so I'm not entirely worried about that. Filling out the rest of that. Jose Alvarado's back. JP going down worries me a little bit. Wemby only went up 1. Also kind of worries me. Rodman went up 1 already. Weird, but okay. Yeah, year 2. Year 2. I like this one is the most confident I've been. Yeah, like the other ones I was like, I think part of it was I expected to win. I didn't really expect to win one with this team. Who is that? Why is Keldon Johnson hurt? Oh, that's right, he got hurt in playoffs. Okay. I didn't really expect to win. Now I do kind of expect to win at some point. But I'm not like worried about. I don't know if it'll be this year, but it's going to happen. I don't think this is going. I don't think I go 0 for 3. Like Keldon Johnson's already back, perfect. Although starting off 0 and 2 does worry me. I love when this freezes up for no reason. I mean, this is like my favorite thing ever, when this just freezes up. I love when I just hit B and it just ignores me. Okay, so JP's got to go, and Keldon Johnson has to go. Those 2 cannot stay healthy. They just can't, and it's just hurting the team. It really is. Like, Jordan Poole's hurt right now, so I obviously can't trade him, but Keldon Johnson, get out of town, because we're 500 and 2 of our starters can't stay healthy. Just an expectation to win, and then we don't win, is a little annoying. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna make my own trade. You guys are obviously only gonna see once the trade's done. Wait, so that straight up makes sense. Perfect. Porzingis is a perfect upgrade. Also a stretch type of guy. Like, I want spacing, right? Spacing is very big. Doesn't necessarily need a ton of shots. He's scoring like crazy. But the second Jordan Poole is healthy, I'm also trading him. But just, that was a trade that needed to be done. It just did. And we should not be sub 500 with this type of squad. We just shouldn't. I don't know how we get better, but we get worse outside of injuries. So I trade for him and then he blows out his knee or whatever his injury is. I mean, ankle. Sorry, ankle. Goodness me, dude. I might just permanently turn injuries off. I mean, this is ridiculous. Okay, Jordan Poole is in fact healthy now, which means he can get traded, which is all that I need him for at this point. Yeah, get your $30 million salary off of my team, please. I don't need another just overpaid type of guy. And never mind, I might just hold on to him and trade him at the deadline, or not at the deadline, in the off season, because this is crazy that I can't get anything for him. I mean, Keegan Murray's the best offer. MPJ. I want never pass the rock MPJ on my squad. He is gonna come off the bench, so or I could just move him back to, yeah, I could. Ooh, like, this guy is just good at basketball. I don't know how to explain it. Like, he's just solid at basketball. I drafted him as a point guard. And this man is just good at basketball. Wouldn't you know it? I mean, just trade for somebody and they just get injured. The endless cycle. We are on an absolute tear right now, though. So, I mean, I am going to move, what was his face, back to a small forward, though. Just because I kind of need him to play there. Since MPJ wanted to have back issues. MPJ was back for like 3 days. If that. And got hurt again. This is crazy. All right, Ja Morant, MVP, 30 and 11. Whoever this guy is. I mean, me personally, I'm gonna take Mr. Rodman here. I think he played pretty solid as well, but to each his own. Christian Wood, 6th man of the year. Joel Embiid, DPOY, and Shaedon Sharpe, most improved, and Quinn Snyder for the Hawks. And please tell me this is also... Ooh, this might be us, because it won't let me click on him. I mean, I'm clicking the stick in. I don't think we were the 1 seed, though. I thought that's the 1 seed. Wemby, 3rd team. Numbers are down, but team's better. Makes sense. At least when it comes to, like, overall-wise. I don't think we were the 1 seed. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. Number 2 in Rookie of the Year voting. I think this is how that works. Could be completely wrong. Maybe I just heard that somewhere. We are the 1 seed. Okay, so we did go 59 and 23, so that must have been my, like, GM guy. Absolute tear to end the year. 18 straight 1. How do you look at the calendar? There's got to be a way, right? I don't know. I don't see it. I don't really care that much for that. It's an absolute tear to end the year. Here are the stats. Jaylen Brown. Wow. I mean, usually when you bring in a guy like that onto a team like this, or you have it built like this, the numbers are going to drop. His numbers stayed the same. That's great to see. Porzingis' numbers are down just a little bit, but we did trade for him halfway through the season. So he did have a new role. Wemby's numbers, like I said, are a little bit down. He's kind of been pushed to like the 3rd role, I guess. So like whatever. MPJ numbers are up, which is awesome. Well, at least when he stayed healthy. These two just could not stay healthy. I don't know. But there's the rest of the numbers. Overall, pretty solid. This guy a little disappointing, but it is what it is. But yeah, so 1 seed in year 2 here, playing against Giannis and the Bucks. I'm assuming Giannis is on this team. I don't want to jinx it and look now. MPJ, flu game, game 4. Thank you. Okay. This Cavs team scares me every single time. They steal game 2, but we take it in 5. Perfect. Okay, so this Boston, I don't even want to look at the teams. I really don't. I'm just gonna like think about it too much. I think if we just push through, thank you. I was gonna say there's no way this team isn't like a championship level team. But we do have to play the MVP and Ja Morant. I'm sure it's just the no, Porzingis, stay healthy, please. I'm sure this is just like the normal Grizzlies team. Yeah, it looks like it. I'm gonna look again. Yes, it is. They have Josh Hart as well. We take game 2. We take game 3. And there it is. 2 years. 2 years. And we have won the NBA championship. Brought it back to Chicago. Jaylen Brown, finals MVP. All it took was trading for Wemby and completely blowing up the roster. I think Andre Drummond was on the team originally, and Jose Alvarado was not, and I think that's it. We got rid of P. Will a little bit earlier in the season, so that was the only guy left. But there it is, 1 and 2, 3 teams in. So you know that puts me at winning 10 championships out of 30 tries. It's not very good, but this is probably, I feel like if I were to get one, this is the most impressive one so far, just because the Bulls are kind of in a weird spot. So yeah, next one would be the Cavs, which, I mean, you've seen so far. They've become very good on their own. Hopefully I can speed that process up a little bit. But yeah, other than that, I got a chip. Deuces.